Day 3 of this semi-final, New Zealand and Pakistan. It's New Zealand with a 96-run lead as we begin the third day's play. Pakistan in desperate need of wickets. They don't want to allow this New Zealand lead to spread above and beyond. Not only 100, which it is now, but they wouldn't want it to be more than 200. Tim Southee is the night watchman in with Ross Taylor at the crease. BJ Watling should be the next man into the crease for New Zealand. 350 has been brought up. And these two are looking to continue on with the fine form that the openers provided New Zealand the platform with. Here's 50 runs for Ross Taylor. That's the third half century we've seen in this innings for New Zealand. Ross Taylor joins the openers as the third batsman to score 50 plus runs. Tim Southee finds the boundary as well, and he's becoming a bit of a nuisance for this Pakistan side. You can see him there finding the mid-wicket gap and another 4. He's into the 40s himself, and he's scoring at a pretty quick rate comparatively to Ross Taylor. Nevertheless, the boundaries continue to flow for New Zealand. Taylor finds a boundary again. And Tim Southee will pick up a 50-run innings for himself. So this has been huge. Up to 53 with those 3 runs. Gets himself a half-century, striking at 63. 6 fours in there as well. But much quicker than Ross Taylor. He's striking at... what's Ross Taylor striking at? They're 30. A little bit over 30. Now he's decided maybe I need to get a move on myself here and find the boundary again. But this partnership this morning for New Zealand, they've survived for a long period of time. There's an edge that's gone down. A huge missed opportunity for Pakistan. Does that carry? Yes. So they drop Southee on 66. And then they get Taylor a couple of overs later. Good catch there by the captain, I think it was. Azhar Ali. Mohammad Abbas gets his 3rd. Ross Taylor out for 82. It's actually his 4th wicket there for Mohammad Abbas. And New Zealand, well, they didn't send in BJ Watling. They put Neil Wagner out there to the middle to join Tim Southee, who's having a plethora of fun out there. New Zealand's lead up to 210. Make it 220. And there's the end of Wagner, so he didn't stick around too long. Although 26 balls is enough to have a little bit of an impact. Afridi gets his first wicket for Pakistan. Just a little edge through to Rizwan there. Pakistan have 8 wickets, I think. No, 7 wickets they have. And they've still got BJ Watling and Colin de Grandhomme to come. So still a bit of batting left for New Zealand. They are 7 down, but they've still got 2 quality players with a bat. We know Watling, he's got that double ton to his name. Meanwhile, Tim Southee has crept into the 90s. It's a night watchman and a 97. Oh, he goes down the ground. Is this enough to pick up the 100? Has it carried everyone? It's gone all the way for 6. And what a way for Tim Southee to bring up his 100. Moves to 103 from 148 balls. New Zealand's lead over 250. What an astounding performance this has been. And he's got himself out the very next ball. So Pakistan finally get rid of Southee, who was so dangerous throughout this innings. Put on 100, the 2nd centurion for New Zealand inside Tom Blundell. And the total for the Kiwis now over 500. 503 on the board. 260 the lead. They get 266. You just wonder what's going to be a big enough lead for New Zealand to, number one, declare, and then, how are they going to be able to win from that point of view? 270, the current lead.
Wait there.
As Watling hits this one to cover. And it's just going to chill there for a moment, delay a bit of time off the game. And yep, there is the declaration. Williamson has called him in. 513 for 8. Muhammad Abbas did take 5 wickets there, but 513 for 8. 2 ton scorers there. Tom Blundell, Tim Southey, Tom Latham and Ross Taylor with 88 and 82 to their names. And now, what a task ahead for Pakistan. They've got 2.5 days left in this test match. They're 270 runs behind, and a draw would not be good enough for them to go on and qualify for the final. So they've got to make runs, and they've got to not only get themselves back in the game, but they've got to set a target. Oh, there's the first wicket, though. It's Trent Boult. Round the bat of Azhar Ali. Or Abid Ali, sorry. And it hits the off peg. Pakistan 2 for 1. The worst possible start for them. Boult gets an early one.
Yep.
That'll be runs. Just the one. Pakistan going very slow here in this second innings. You can see that run rate. Just the 10 runs from the 7 overs. Edged, and another one. So the New Zealand bowlers putting the pressure on, keeping the economy tight. Trent Boult's got 2. Pakistan have lost. They're 2 for 11 now. Their economy rate is about 1.3. Their run rate's about 1.3 so far, and it's just been quality from the Kiwis so far. Oh, and there's a play and a miss. 8 overs gone. 11 for 2. And that's where we sit with 1 session to go here on day 3. Azhar Ali and Babar Azam. A huge task ahead. There's an edge. The keeper was not onto it. Babar could have been out for a duck. Geez, after making 2 in the opening innings, needs to score runs here. That's a let-off. A huge let-off.
Waiting. Yep.
So Pakistan need to rebuild. These are the 2 guys that have to do it. The openers are gone. Trent Boult saw to that. Oh, it came back a long way. I reckon it's hit the bat first. If there was any sort of pad involved, I reckon this would have been out. No review from New Zealand. That one's swinging in again. We saw Wagner actually did take a wicket in the opening innings with a big in-swinging full delivery. Normally gets a lot of his wickets through short deliveries, but full ones worked for him on that occasion. Babar Azam moves to 29 from 29, so he's not going to die trying here. He's going to be the one who says, well, if we're going to be in this game, we're going to be in it right up to our neck. They have to go on to win if they are to qualify. And he finds the boundary once more. Striking it over 100 so far, Bubba. Complete opposite at the other end. Azhar Ali, 16 from 67. This one, is this a drop chance? No, it might have just didn't carry to Ross Taylor. Meanwhile, Babar Azam, 43 from 49. He's doing all the scoring at the moment. And he is the key wicket New Zealand would want to get. If anyone's going to give Pakistan a chance, it's this guy. He's the leading run scorer for the tournament. But he hasn't really performed up to the same standard as he has in the opening matchup against England. Managed to score both a double ton and a 150, and it's just not been the same since. Here's a wicket, but it's not the man you thought it was. It's Azhar Ali who's chopped on the middle stump. Pakistan have lost their 3rd. And they still need another 200 runs just to get the lead here. New Zealand getting ever so close up towards the final. We see Babar Azam pick up his 50 here from 59 balls, striking 86, 7 fours. There's a leading edge that's going to be 4. Pakistan still plenty of work to do. We know Babar's got the capabilities, but who's willing to go with him? At the moment, Asad Shafiq, the new man at the crease. There's an edge. But it's wide enough to survive. Wide enough to be a boundary. Oh, playing a miss. End of the 34th over. Pakistan need to survive the day without losing another wicket. They were 2 for 11 at one point. They've just found a way to recover here. They're now 3 for 106. And these two are starting to just build something at the moment. Shafiq's been at the crease, 30 deliveries. Oh, this should be a run out at the keeper's end. So slow, the ball just rolls towards the batsman there. Anyway, 110 for 3, last ball of the day. As Babar decides, I'm going to hit this one over the top, all the way to the boundary. And that takes us to the end of the third day's play. Gee, it sets up sort of a big day 4. At the moment, Pakistan 114 for 3, still a further 256 behind. Sorry, 156 behind New Zealand. Trent Bolt 2 early wickets. Tim Southee took 6 in the opening innings. Took 1 already today. A big day 4 ahead. Who will come out on top and lead coming into the penultimate day of this test?